Ugh, it's so frustrating. So, life in Guatemala under the COVID quarantine. So, I got back to Guatemala about 2.5 months ago. I went to the States briefly for a publishing event for my book, and I got back. I remember Luke was messaging me. He's like, "You gotta go now, like pretty much next flight if you want to get back in before the border closed." So I hightailed it. In fact, there's a video running for the border. And so, since being back here in Guatemala, the life under the quarantine is both simple yet complex. So, for one, whenever we go out, we have to wear a face mask as such. And then here in Guatemala, we also have a curfew. So, you can't be on the street between before 4 a.m.
5 a.m.
5 a.m. So 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can be out, but after 5 p.m. you can get arrested and fined if they find you on the street. And then aside from that, so where I live in Lake Atitlan, it's like this magical, beautiful lake, and I live in Sununa, which is Mayan or the Quechua for Hummingbird Valley, or like the place of hummingbirds. And there are many other villages around the lake where I stay. And it used to be you could just get in a tuk-tuk and just go. But now, it's so much more complicated. In fact, we are on a mission right now to get Bella spayed. And we tried to go yesterday. When did we go? 2 mornings ago. And we have to go to the municipal office to get a permission to take the boat, and the boat guy won't take us. Anyway, so it's just kind of a pain in the butt right now, just to have the freedom of movement just so limited. So we just got back from walking to town to try to do the thing, to go to the municipal office, but it was closed, and we went to the health center to try to get the form or the letter, and like nobody knows, and everyone's story is like different. So it's really frustrating. I'm really looking forward to when the world opens up again. And this is something I was thinking about, as far as like goals. It's important to have like goals and dreams and things we're working for. And the idea that there are quarantine goals and there are post-quarantine goals. Don't confuse them. Like a friend of mine was talking about, her dream is to orchestrate these like hikes into nature to see the magical quetzal bird. And that's a beautiful dream, however, it's not a quarantine dream. So I would say my quarantine goal is to finish really curating my new YouTube page and getting better at video, and we've been talking about actually doing some more like produced videos. No, not now. Some more produced videos and just getting into like video editing and stuff. And that's a great like quarantine goal. Post-quarantine goal, I want to go traveling again. We were talking about going to Peru to get this magical musical instrument. What's it called?
Charango.
A charango. So we're talking about going on an adventure to Peru to get a charango, which is not edible. It's a musical instrument. And then, of course, in the future, something else that I really want to do is I want to host these retreats. I've been talking about these for a while. I want to invite a group of people to come here to Guatemala, and I'm going to show you the best of my experience. And we have an appearance from the watermelon slice. You're very cute. This is my poncho from Thailand, and I travel with it because it is so handy. What do you think of the quarantine in Guatemala? Do you have any comments? What would you like? What's it like living under the quarantine here? I mean, we don't know what it's like to be in America, but here
It's fairly business as usual. We generally, come in at night and hang out wherever we live, and that's fine. It just means that nobody's really going out anymore. Nobody's really going to the bars or
I never went to the bars, and I never went out. I don't know. For me, it's all right because
I don't think I would be too upset about it.
But
except for the feeling of choice and freedom, and what if I did want to just feel free to like take a nightly walk or go into town, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It's mostly the choice.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Otherwise, I forgot to say, like, normally our radius, or like the places we go, it's like pretty small. The farm is across the street, the vegetable stand down the road, and I don't know, I guess I don't get out much. Otherwise I go hiking into the jungle, and there's There's no rules amongst the birds. So yeah. So, these are very interesting times, and it's going to be very memorable, and I often wonder how we're going to look back on these times, and like how history will speak of this time, and how we will each speak of this time in our own lives, and what it taught us, what it showed us. And also a thing about not having the choice of like movement and travel. I think that this is highlighting like the need to get out and travel, and so I'd like to think that when this whole thing is over, people are going to want to travel even more. In fact, this was one of my like questions about releasing my book, Leaving America with Eric, and it's like, is it really a good idea to release a book about travel when there's like a global pandemic quarantine? And what I realized is actually, yeah, because the best time to start thinking about travel is not when you can do it or when you can afford it, it's when you can't. So it gives you something to dream about and something to work towards. So if you're curious, you can always check out my book on Amazon, Leaving America with Erica. And yeah, you're cute. You're a cute man. I like you. You're a cute dog. I like you. You should have seen Bella. We went down the hill on a little adventure, and Bella got to meet all of these other dogs, and she played, and she was so cute. She's such a good girl.
A little bit tuckered out.
She's a little bit tuckered out from the adventure. Oh, and I gotta show you. Wait, can you hold this? I gotta show them my shirt, my most amazing shirt. Yeah. Okay, you're not ready for this. I got this at this little shop in town. Unicorn, unicorn, unicorn. Unicorn, unicorn, unicorn. I love it. I can't wait to put this shirt on. All right. Speaking of which, let's get inside. All right. Bye, friends. What are you going to dream about when the world opens up again? What's your post-quarantine goal? Actually, I would love to hear that in the comments. Tell me your quarantine goals and your post-quarantine goals. Let's dream. It's okay to dream. Okay? All right. You're really handsome. Bye.